I would love to give our viewers a bit of an experience of it. I can give you a foundation of it, and then perhaps we can go into a very brief meditation to give our beloved viewers more of an experience of their winged nature.
That sounds
Yeah.
beautiful.
So tell me a little bit about how much time I have, and then I can condense it.
10, 15 minutes. How is
Oh,
that?
lots of time. It's the radio where it's like you have 4 minutes to, you know, discourse upon the world. Um, so, um, so what is the value of working with archangels? Well, it's funny. I would say don't work with angels. And people are like, what do you mean? Aren't you the angel lady? Which I'm sure my dad would love that moniker. Sounds like the cat lady. Um, no, I say don't work with angels because there's bazillions of them, and you may be more evolved than an angel that comes in. Just because a presence doesn't have a body doesn't necessarily mean they're higher than us. This level is a hard level to navigate, and souls line up to get here. So I say work with only the very highest pristine great archangels. And the great archangels, there's about 30 to 40 of them when there's, Googleplex angels. And really only, what is it, 8 billion humans. So that 30 to 40, very pristine. And you can connect in with them, and they're an incredible bridge to spirit, to God, to the Christ, to the Divine Mother, right? And you go, well, why not just go directly to those, which is a great question. Well, that's kind of a long distance call. Like if I could be here connecting with the Holy Spirit and not, disappear in a poof, right? I would absolutely do that. Or if I could walk around, seeing Christ in the trees, I would do that. But we get involved in our busy lives, and these very high consciousnesses, I don't want to say they're higher or lower, but they are a living bridge into pristine levels of spirit that we likely first encountered in the archangelic. So I've seen many people say, I want to have a greater experience of Buddha or Mother Mary or the goddesses or whatever. And when they go through that archangelic assist, it's a shortcut, if you will. They experience it very tangibly because you see, the angels evolve oppositely to us. Angels are born in absolute surrender. They never forget they are divine, right? But they evolve to free choice because they are one with God's will, being a dissemination of divine intent, but they don't have free choice. So then humans, of course, are born with free choice. If I want to bonk my baby sister on the head, I can. If I want to rape and pillage, I can. Oops, next lifetime, right? So we evolve to that. Eventually that gets old and we evolve to that absolute surrender. Okay, not my preference, but thy will be done. Because ultimately that is always my preference, because that leads me to the deep and shining fulfillment of manifesting Spirit's intention of me, of being that living harvesting of God's learning in the particular area called my soul, right? So angels born in absolute divine remembrance evolve to free choice. We are born in free choice, evolve to surrender. Angels, when they evolve to that free choice, suddenly like, I now can choose into God or choose away from God. It's terrifying, right? And then they evolve then into having autonomy, spiritual sovereignness, and freely choose back into God, right? So that's God consciousness. That's a highly evolved soul. Humans, right, also evolve into sacrificing, surrendering our free choice of our own accord into God. And that's God freely choosing itself. So, but when we connect in with the archangels, when the two realms are becoming one in consciousness, not in actuality, angels are not physical. They're not going to come here and hang out with us physically, right? We're not going to see them like we see the roses there. In consciousness, they're becoming one, which, and this is a leap, my dear, but evolves God's consciousness, right? Because now we are freely choosing human into the absolute surrender, angel as God knowing and loving itself. And that's divine. So that's why. Does that resonate with you? Make sense?
Totally, totally. And I remember hearing that from you first time when you explained. I was like, aha, now things start making more sense here in the earth plane. So definitely beautifully shared. And I'm also looking forward to hear from our viewers how this resonates with them as well.
Absolutely. Do we want to go into a little experience, or would you like to ask me another question first? Because the experience doesn't have to take long.
Yeah, let me ask you this, because many of us have heard angels, but then the connection with having, like, where you will assist us as well with the experience. But why do so many people, in your opinion, struggle with the connection with the archangels and angels in general?
Yeah, well, angels are ubiquitous. They go across, even atheists believe in angels, right? Interesting. They go across all religions. They're in Christianity, Hinduism, Judaism, Buddhism. They're ubiquitous. I mean, whoever did angel branding was pretty much of a, that must have been God. But really connect in with an angel and really experience their presence calls us to let go of our rational mind and to let go of our fear of otherness, to let go of our fear of something we can't see and can't tangibilize and can't control, and to open. First of all, we got to be humble, open to that divine assistance through something we can't see or feel or know or touch, right? We've got to be surrendered. We've got to use our spiritual sensing. So in this way, it's really the same answer as why is it a challenge to connect to spirit, to God, to the divine mother, etc. Well, because we've got to use our spiritual sensing. We don't hear God's voice like you and I hear each other's voices. I don't see God's eyes like I see your beautiful blue eyes right in front of me. Very tangible, right? So we have to use spiritual sensing. So that requires us to really hone into our sensitive nature. And that's confrontive to the ego, right? And so, and in a moment, I'll help you, we'll connect with an angel. But I think that's why it requires us to absolutely to surrender, to let go of a lot of conditioning. I mean, my parents certainly inculcated, our society inculcates us with the idea if it's not tangible, if it's not moving us forward on the goal line, it's not real. And yet I go, well, show me love, taste love, point to love. You can't. You just know it. Love is not even an emotion. It's a felt sense. Same with angels.
That's beautifully put and makes so much sense. Like, okay, all right. So now that also helps people now maybe having this experience. Like, it is allowed to letting go and trusting as well, because I know my mind was often on the way because I wanted to figure it out. Like, how do you do it? Like, and then finding the way to just surrendering, as you say it.
Surrendering and trusting and refining one's attunement. And then, that seems hard at first. It seems laborious. And yet, as we continue to do it, I've been doing this for decades now. And as we continue to do it, it becomes more tangible and more real than this world, not in an ungrounded way. I run a thriving business. I host a large radio show with the network has 1.6 million listeners.
Wow, that's amazing.
listeners and not viewers. Thank you. Yeah, it's called Live Your Love, and it's on healthylife.net. I'll tell you about it more later. And that's that's my bridge. It's all with best-selling authors. We do, of course, get into the spiritual because that's just in my DNA, but it's a bridge into more of a mainstream because people are ready. They're hungry for the spirit. It's not just for the churches and the temples and the new age and these, the beautiful summits like this. It's I see more and more that people are ready to be open to spirit in a greater way. They just didn't know that's what they were looking for. They didn't know that was a God-shaped hole.
That's right. And now maybe we are ready for experiencing. So I recommend you to be, if you are viewing this, just being open to have this beautiful experience that Alisha is guiding us through. So take it away.
Thank you, dear. That was a very sweet invitation. So if you would just take a moment and just place a hand on your heart chakra, which is the middle of your chest, and really just press down upon your heart, really feeling your humanity. And then just as you would place your hand on the heart of someone you love, might be a partner, a child, a pet, you feel such unconditional loving coming from your hand and feel it coming back from them. I want you to now flood yourself with that unconditional loving, that tenderness. You're so worthy of your own loving, which comes directly from a God that is made of love. Take a deep breath in and breathe in love. And as you exhale, let go of anything less than love. Just surrender any judgments, againstness, fears. Let it all go into the light of the Holy Spirit. And now breathe loving into your heart. And as you exhale, connect in with each one present, each one to listen later. And just connect heart to heart. Know you're never alone. And now you feel upon your hands, upon your heart, another hand, one hand upon your heart, one upon your shoulder, a blessing being pressed into your beingness. And you're aware that this is your choice. You can allow this in, or you can turn it away. For angels don't inflict. They're simply there like a song in a stream next to you, where you can listen or you can turn away. Your choice, beloved. No right or wrong. Just be present. Take in a deep breath. Be aware now that you can relax back upon this beautiful godly being. Robes of light. Yes, it's subtle. But, and I will speak from the angels, we always surround you. We learn from you and we give to you. Spiritual awakening, resonance, and life. Only in alignment with the highest good. So breathe in now, breathe in the light of the Holy Spirit as we place this whole process into the light for the highest good. As an angel has come forward here, a specific great archangel. Her name is Asayala. In the angelic, Asayala, Asayala. And you can call her Asa for short, and she is the living bridge between the angelic and the human creations. And she says now, oh, my sweet children of light, your trials, your tribulations, your cries in the night are heard by us. We hold you. We hold for you. We hold in with you. We surround you now. You can give up those secret pains now. Let us take them and disperse them amongst the heavens. So on the count of 3, Whatever that secret pain is, that judgment, that resentment, that fear, just going to give it now to the angels. 1, 2, 3, breathe it out. And let's do it once more and let it be audible. Beautiful. And let them take it and scatter it amongst the stars, that you might go free, go lighter, that you might fly just a little, lifting up now, even while you drop a grounding cord deep into the earth and there touch the Tuan, the Christed orb, golden Christed orb, touching your hands upon it, which accesses you to all magical beings, angels, spirit realms, natural realms, the elements. You are never alone. You touch now into all those you have ever known. And now you even stay deeply rooted, flying up, soaring through all your chakras, lighting up each chakra, traveling up through the top of your head, the 7th chakra into the 8th chakra, through the realms of light, allowing the angel to take you up higher like a most godly shortcut. On her wings, you travel higher, aware of the pristine light, a spirit of gold and white light. And you hear the sound, the celestial sound of tinkling bells of angels singing. And you release karma you no longer need here in an expedited way. As you travel up higher, perhaps hear the sound of violins, God strumming your heart, awakening and lifting you, that you might know yourself as the presence of love, that all is well, and indeed all shall be well, that you're never alone, that these beings are here for you to take you into the highest realms of light, into the pristine evolution of the consciousness of the beloved. Taking a deep breath now, integrating and bringing into you all of this experience, and allow yourself to just affirm, I am an angel of light. I forgive all things, myself and others. I come into this moment wherein we are all love, all one. This I am, and so be it. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a beautiful. I just felt the energy uplifting and beautiful energy coming in. So that was a really beautiful experience that you guided us through.